Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of this Manor Lords Let's Play series. Once again, we're on the Winding Rivers map and we are fighting for this piece of land right now. We fought off Hildebolt previously on this bridge and we left a lot of his bodies behind. But now we have to fight once again and we don't have a whole lot of troops. And I actually think, unfortunately, we lost a bunch of troops to his army over here. Because they spawned in a terrible, terrible spot and they got ambushed. But ignoring that, we're currently winning. We only need to be winning at the time that this runs out. We don't necessarily need to completely destroy his army. I'm going to try and use a similar strategy here. I think actually I'll try to maybe ambush him on the bridge this time though. Is that really the quickest way? Well, I'm going to send these troops back. We can have our local thugs at the front and they can be our bait. And then we can have these spearmen on the bridge to defend and hold the line. And then we'll have, once again, we'll have some archers over on this shoreline, I think, since that's where they're coming from. We just need to bait them out. We just need to bait them out and be winning at the time that this time runs out. They're currently not moving. They're going to run out of time. Guys, you know, you have some land to fight for. Hildebolt's really not going to be happy with this. Okay, I was really expecting a big fight here. That is also fine for me because I need to save some cash because we got raiders coming soon. And I don't know where they're coming from. And I'm going to get ready to disband these guys because these guys ain't coming. And I don't think they can actually get to the battlefield in that amount of time. I have no idea why they're not moving. But I'm not going to complain about that. Let's just leave them to it if they want to stay there. We can even send our troops home. We just need to be winning. We don't need to actually be on the battlefield. That will be amazing if that is actually possible. And there you go. And we just won that. We've won, actually, it's this piece of land, although this was the actual battleground. This was the piece of land that we were fighting for, which has this amazing iron deposit, which solves a few things for us, actually. One, this is great that we have an iron deposit here, but we don't necessarily need to use a development point to turn it into a deep mine. So that is definitely good. We will take this region and use that for farming. So we can actually claim this with influence. Hildebolt might challenge us on that. So I'm actually going to wait a little bit until we have, well, firstly, until we have some more money. But secondly, we need our, I'll take these taxes right down. We need our army to actually develop because right now it's pretty terrible. We've got 16 people. That can't defend anything. So we need to build that up. We can probably start this region as well. Is it a good farming region? I think not. No, not really. But that will play nicely if we take this region and then we have this corner of the map. I still can't believe his army just stood still. Maybe they have major regrets from getting absolutely slaughtered in the last episode. But that is good for me. So hopefully this happiness comes up a little bit now because obviously they were very unhappy with that huge taxation. But that was a bit of a safety net for us. And since we have lots of iron slabs, we have that as our cobbler's shop now, so that should help with this clothing requirement for our level 2 burgages. We just need 2 more, actually. And then I think they're relatively happy. We could use another food type, but we should have 3. But that's just a distribution issue, I think. And obviously we also want to upgrade our church as well. But for that, we need some roof tiles. And, oh, we do have some clay over here. Okay, let's shift our attention to clay right now. And I'm just going to build a path all the way out there. And we'll make sure we get that built as a priority. So overall, I think supplies are good. I think this just shows... I'm not really sure what that... Oh, that's a number of people working on it. Let's do a tiny bit of overstock if we can. And I'm going to also build this house because I want that to be... I want both of these houses to be where we can start making some weapons and making use of all of these iron slabs that we're putting together right now. A blacksmith probably for the tools. Oh, sorry, not for the tools, but for the weapons. And then we're going to need an armorer's workshop. That would require us to get this basic armor making development point, but I think that's going to be really worth it, at least to get the helms for the short term. We could also look at a tailor for gambesons, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I think weapons are going to be more important for us. Weapons and shields are what we're going to need. So we're going to need both a joiner's workshop and we're going to want an armorer's workshop as well. I think I'm probably going to focus the attention of buying mercenaries if we can buy mercs by these guys, by the Wayward Sons or archers generally. I think they're going to work out really, really well for us on this map. But I'm going to try and focus on getting them as mercs. But you can always do a little mix. You don't have to do any particular one. This stone deposit's almost gone. So once that's gone, I can destroy this. Get that resource back and free up that person as well. And we've got another family move in, which is nice. I'm just going to leave all of those for construction because we want to get these houses done. And these, of course, are going to need to upgrade those to level 2s, which isn't a problem. And this is almost done. We just need a few more planks. And we're okay for timber and planks at the moment. I'm going to put someone on there. I think actually one thing I have neglected for a little bit is our hitching posts. I think they could really use an upgrade as well once we've got a lot of this construction stuff done. So I'm going to see if I can upgrade that. We have 50 days to prepare for this attack. I have no idea how many troops are going to get sent. Currently, our, I guess, budget for the treasury is 182. Maybe that's over 200 by the time they arrive. That should be enough. I think, well, the Ravenous Vultures, they would be great. That's a lot of melee. I think that would be great. If we could get those and some archers, I think we're golden. And we don't have to worry about anything then. And we just need to wait for families to move in here. And that's still not done, even though it's very high. There we go. Mining pit is done. We'll get someone on there immediately. And we'll probably put a second person on there as well. And we've got quite a lot of veggie gardens. That should be doing us a lot of good in terms of food. Obviously, we've got a very good amount of fish. I kind of want that to regrow quite a lot. I know it's still 300 in there. I don't know if, can we set a limit? Yeah, let's set a limit of 200, I think. Don't want it to get too low. And I'm actually going to set up another hunter's camp because there's definitely more than enough for us here. So I think we'll get these set up side by side over here. And we'll have another little path out to that as well. So happiness is not huge, but I think it's pretty good for now. Definitely got enough fuel, definitely got enough food. And we just need to upgrade 2 more of these and we can get another development point unlocked. Obviously, we're not in a massive rush because we don't have these as level 2s yet. But I think these could be the 2 level 2s that we do. And they don't have, it says they don't have water access. Oh, that's because there's no family in there yet. But it is always good to have a bunch of wells, actually, because speaking of raiders, they will come in and they will burn everything to the ground that they see. And I mean everything. So I think it's going to be pretty useful here. It's so hard to see in winter where the water is. But I'm just going to leave that as it is, I think. And I'm going to get these guys in a little bit earlier if possible as well. Because depending where they're coming from, they need to travel. So I think I'm going to try and get them maybe 7 days before, 10 days before. Again, I don't know where the raiders are coming from, how much time we're actually going to have. Let's maybe do them 10 days before. We might have a tick over from the taxes as well, but I'm highly doubting that at the moment. And we have new mercs available. So let's see what we're going to have for this fight. Oh, they are good. That's a nice mix. Or we could go for... Wildfeld is quite far away. That's the only downside. That one is quite close. That would be a lot of our budget. That is 135 combined. These probably would suffice, I think. Because we're also going to put our own troops on the line and our retinue. But I do love having archers. I think they are really powerful. But with raiders, you don't really have you can't really bait them as much. I think they really just burn everything you got down. So I think I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to go for having 2 of them, and I'm going to get them, I think, when there's sort of maybe 14 days to go. So we have some time to settle in, have a look around, get to know the local area. And going to keep an eye on this as well. I really don't want that to get too low. But it looks to be absolutely maxed right now. And still no... Oh, we have a family moved into this one on the end. So we can get that upgraded. And we're going to want to be able to make some roof tiles pretty soon as well. In the clay furnace. And I might just do that on this path over here. Okay, oh, okay, we're 10 days out. Let's get the mercs that we need already. Probably now I feel like I should have done that way earlier. But this should be more than enough to defend our land. And I think you do have a little bit of time really before the guys arrive. But I think we might have to take the fight to them, because if we don't have the cash to pay them when they get here, they're just going to disappear. So let's get ready. Where are these guys? Okay, so we've got our archers coming in pretty quickly. Again, I don't know which side of the map these raiders are going to come from. And they're coming in 2 days, 1 day. These guys are quite far away still. They're going to have to really run. But we've got the support of 2 archer units here. Band of raiders has been spotted. Where? I don't see any just yet. Where's Rohrloch? That's our current area. Okay, I'm going to have to really keep an eye out on the map here. Where were they? I didn't see them on the map at all. Could really use these guys actually getting a wriggle on, though. Oh, there they are. Oh, jeez. Okay. Gonna have to get these guys out in the open and gonna get these guys to confront them as soon as possible. Stuff is gonna burn. There's no way we're stopping them already. Yeah, you guys need to hurry up, I'm afraid. And you guys need to hurry up. Oh, absolute waste of money, these guys. But let's see. And I'm not sure if it's only those two, but that's probably more than enough for us to deal with right now. And I can't even spot where they've gone. Okay, they're in these trees here. Are there any more? I think it's just these. Oh. Okay. There's a few then. Gonna have to get these guys to intervene if they can. Don't know how much damage they're gonna do here. Well, these guys definitely need to retreat a little bit. And we need these guys really to charge in. I don't mind too much if these Merc archers lose a little bit. But that should give these guys some room to move back a little bit if possible. It's very hard for archers to actually move out. Okay, well, they're broken already. I'm still a bit worried there might be some more that I've not seen. But let's see. I mean, these guys aren't even... They've done nothing. Didn't even make it in time. Oh, but we do have a bandit camp over there, so we can at least use them for that. If there's enough time. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected, which is good. And where was this bandit camp? It's a bit further out. It's going to be quite tight, actually. But I hope we can make it. If not, I think I'll just send my own troops in anyway. What are these guys? The crazy flock of geese? Yeah, they're quite expensive. I can't afford them. Oh, that's Hildebolt's troops right there. Not sure if we want to take that fight. I think he's gotten there before us, actually. Yeah, and the bandit camp has been claimed. We were a bit too slow on that one, but they were too slow getting anywhere on the map. So they are getting the sack right now. Don't need you guys. Thank you for the support. We managed to defend our homeland. And nothing was burnt down to the ground. Isn't that nice? We have a level 2 here with a family in it. Nice. And we'll turn this into a level 2. We can... What do we need here? I think we'll go for weapons to start. We'll go blacksmiths here. And then we'll go make shields and other things in the other one. And how are we doing? So we don't have any stone left, so we can get rid of that. Demolish that. That gives us 1 family back. And we have 2 on the clay. I think I'll take 1 off there. Well, that was a little bit of an anticlimactic raid, I have to admit, but I'm glad our land is safe. And we've got 1.8k influence now. And I don't want to overreach, but oh no, we have a lot of bodies that need to be buried here. That is what we'll have to do in the next episode. Bury these bodies and tidy up a little bit before we can take some new ground. But I'm really, really enjoying this playthrough. I hope you enjoy watching it. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you in episode 6.